Rhododendrons usually come out really easy. Shallow on that end, and we'll gradually go deeper on this end. And then we have 4 downspouts connected. So that's the 1 downspout, still 6-inch. And see, this is the vent. I don't know if I showed a close-up. So when it's really downpouring, it should be flowing. So that's how that one's coming out. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Dawn, and today we're starting a project, and Tom and I are going to be redirecting all the downspouts to the backyard. And plus we have to do a little bit more work. We're going to be taking out all the shrubs around the house. They want a whole new clean slate. So I'll walk you around and show you what we're going to be doing. So we have a downspout here. That's the first one. But we're going to be taking out all the shrubs first. They want a whole new landscape, and that will be for a separate video. For this week, what we're doing is we're ripping out all the bushes around the whole house, taking up all the rock that's on the ground, and putting in the drainage for the downspouts. So we're going to be taking all this up. I'll show you the drainage. So they have the downspout here. These are the 4x3 downspouts. And you see the water just empties on the ground right here. And this is very sloped down to the house. So they want to get as much water away. This is just a crawl space under here. No basement there, but they don't want the water under there. And take out all these bushes and rock. Then we're going to pick up this downspout. Take out these arborvitaes. So then we have 3 downspouts on this side of the house. We have one in this corner, one right here, and one right there. And we're going to use 4-inch PVC until we get to here. Then when we get to here, we're going to switch everything to 6-inch. So 6-inch to catch the last 2 downspouts. And then we're bringing that over to here to have a discharge right here between these 2 trees where this indent is. So that's what a discharge is going to be, and then it will go and just flow down the hill there. You can see how this is all eaten away from all the water coming down from the downspouts. So once we get them out of here, this will get a lot of water away from the foundation. This over here is a basement. And then from here on, it is crawl space. Since they're doing the downspouts, they said they're tired of the landscape and they want that redone too. Also taking all this out. Wait a minute. Well, maybe pretty quick work of that. We'll get this in the truck. We're in that heat wave. It's so hot.
I thought you said it wouldn't come out.
Rhododendrons usually come out really easy. The holly, they're usually in there pretty deep. I try to get as much dirt off as possible. See, I told you, hollies are a lot stronger. They have a bigger taproot. Get all these bushes out. And I think we got all that we can fit in there. Second load. Awesome. Now we're going to start taking all this stone out. And doesn't look like it, but there's red stone here. All this has to come out, and there's fabric under there. to put my little umbrella on top of the camera. Try to keep it cool. All right, I guess we'll start working on this. Want a drink?
Okay. Let me dump this first.
Today is the last day of the heat wave. It's gonna cool off tomorrow. And I want to thank Alan and Eleanor for all the Gatorade and water on these hot days. We really appreciate it.
Can you bring that over?
Be back in the morning. All right, we're back this morning. Tom's gonna set everything up and mark out where he's gonna put his pipes. One thing we want to check before we do our piping is we have to see over here, over in this area, see there's a giant tree here? We are putting drainage down that way, and we have to make sure there's no big roots in our way, something we can get through. Determines our height of our pipe. So he's going to be figuring all this out. So we are by the gas line, we're a foot away. Gas lines are supposed to be 3 to 4 feet deep. He's only going about a foot deep, foot and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're 14 inches. Just got to get past this tree. We don't mind cutting a root or two, but not something humongous.
Right there?
Oh, wait, let me see. It's pretty close. Tom's putting his laser receiver on there. And he has it sloped. So we will be shallow on that end, and we'll gradually go deeper on this end. Good size root right here, I gotta cut out. What?
All right, let's measure that.
Out more, right?
Yeah.
Right there?
Set it in there. Oh, what's the pitch on the pipe?
Down. Got it.
There you go. Pick it up. Down. Okay, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, we got this downspout hooked in. It's all glued up. And we can see that right there. Might get a cap on it, might not. Thing is, they have a spot over there in the grass that's low. And they said it puddles a lot. They're not sure if they want a grate in there to catch the water and then go into the system here. So what we're doing right now is we're just gonna stick a riser in here for now. And we're expecting 2 to 3 inches of rain tonight until tomorrow. And then we'll see how much water is over there and where a basin could go. And if they want the basin, we will just tie into that. If not, we will cap this and they can put it in at a later date if they ever need to.
Go.
You're on it.
Go. Fine.
Right here?
Yeah. Put it beside it, right how deep as it will go. Might be a hair long, you want to look?
Okay. That's right in the center of the thing. If
Okay.
there. Real quick look. Thunder starting in the distance. We're gonna get whaled with a huge storm. And we're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches. So we're never gonna finish this before the rain. So what we're gonna do is Tom's gonna just dig that out a little bit. We are going to just not glue it, but put a pipe in there and just let it shoot up so our pipe doesn't fill with dirt. And then we'll have to come back after the rain and finish this up. Tom's getting a little bit of that dirt in there. I will go bed it in real quick. We'll get out of here before we get drenched. All right, we're done for right now. This is how we're leaving it. The rain is just about here. So it's all complete until right there. And all that's just how we're gonna leave it until we come back. Those are not glued in. All right, bye. All right, we're back this morning. Tom's just checking with his locator to see if we have the same position of this gas line.
This says it's 2 feet down. It says 2'1". So we got no problem.
We can disassemble this. This was just temporary because we did have 2 inches of rain.
Looks pretty good about there.
Alrighty.
Something there.
Let me figure out what it is. Whatever it is, it goes. Have to see what's here. There's some kind of metal over here. Okay, this is where the gas line, right here, stops. So he's way past the 2 feet. So I don't have to watch him as close. But there is something metal here. Let's see what it is. Let's see what we found. Okay, so we're doing our downspout. And we hit something. And that's the outline of it. And it does wiggle. What if it's a weightlifting plate that was buried in here? Or it could be something with the gas line, since the gas line is right there. I don't know. I'll have to get Tom over here to look at it. So this is not a plate for weights. It's about a foot high metal top. And it was over this. So we're cleaning it up. We're going to put it back on and just go over that. And that's the end of his foundation. The water actually goes into the house over there. So he has no idea what this is. So we'll just leave it alone. And this is the metal cover. We can't see the markings on it. It's so rusted. Tom got his locator out. He's gonna just see if he can locate whatever that is, because the customer seemed a little concerned or doesn't know what it is. That's just what a gas line is.
It must be gas. Definitely some kind of shuttle for the gas, I guess.
All right, so we're gonna go around it?
Yep.
All right, so we'll go around it It might be some kind of shut-off for gas.
You want to pull that clamp off or no?
Yep. Go ahead. Okay. Down and hit.
Let's measure that.
27.
Okay.
That's enough. You got that one? Hold this.
Perfect. That one, perfect.
Let me show you this real quick. So the first two downspouts are 4-inch, and this is the third downspout. We did 4-inch, and then we widened to 6-inch. So the rest of the pipe will be 6-inch for our main line, and then we'll just have a 4-inch pipe offshoot here, and then it will go all the way in and in the woods. This one comes about here, right? I'll go this way.
13 and a half. That 6-inch goes nice. Beautiful.
Nice. Go ahead. Okay. Ready?
Gotta turn it. Gotta turn it. Oh.
Got it?
Yep.
It's right where you need it?
Yes.
Whew. Okay. Oh, it goes in about like that.
Yeah, it looks good. Gotta pick out a piece of slate. We'll put that in first so we're right on top of it like.
Okay. Guess you're good.
It's good to me.
Okay.
See? We're at 2%.
2%. Okay, Tom's putting the animal guard in there. Washer and then the nut.
Yep.
Water flows through but animals can't lift it up to go in. It only swings out. All right, so I'll give you a look at the pipe before we start filling it in. Just want to show you that this is the property line right here. The customer wants to end it at the property line basically. So we're going to end it there. We have the animal garden there. But I'll show you the pipe before we bed it in and fill it in. So that's a 6-inch main line. So that's that. And then we have 4 downspouts connected. So that's the 1 downspout. Still 6-inch. Then we wide this downspout to it. And then right here, it's switched over to 4-inch. Trying to get a picture of this without falling in a hole. So that's a 4-inch. We widen to this. So that's that downspout. This we covered the other day because of the rain. And that's what the downspouts, what the vents look like. And after we had that 2 inches of rain, it didn't get that much puddling. They were worried about getting puddling there, but they said it was fine. And so we just capped this off. And if they ever wanted to add any kind of inlet over there for flooding, they could add that at a later time and just tap into this. So that's the 4 downspouts. This was not on the original plan, but we're going to be doing some work over here. He's just going to leave this one alone. But this one, they had pavers put in 2 years ago, and a paver company just stuck this pipe in here like this. And really didn't build this up at all. And just left this sticking up like that. Which is better than nothing, because some paver companies do not put piping under the pavers. So at least they did that. Doesn't look that nice, but I give them credit for at least putting a pipe under the ground. So we're going to fix that. We're going to bring in a whole bunch of soil. We're going to move that pop-up to right here, because the property line actually goes like this. This tree is actually the town's property. So we're going to end it right here with a pop-up. But we'll fill this all in with dirt and try to get some grass to grow on there to hold it in place. So this is when Tom and I work together. He puts a little bit of dirt in here, and then I just make sure it goes underneath the pipe before he puts more. And then tomorrow we'll come back with a jumping jack and then get it really packed down. All right, I'm working on this. I want to make this look as nice as possible. All right, that's what it looks like from here. I didn't get to blow it off or rake it nice, but. So like I said, that fence right there is the property line. So it will come out here. And then it will go down here and flow into the woods. So that's what it will look like from their deck. They won't even see the pipe. Looks like that. I left this channel over here so water can get through. if it does flow this way. Let's see what Tom's doing. He's getting this just roughly graded. The track of his machine is in our trench, packing down the soil as he goes. The tracks of the Mini over this twice. So you can see it still goes down. That's why we like to run a jumping jack over it. See how far it went down? Tom got that pretty nice. Go over this a little. All right, so this we're just attaching to his pipe right there. Get rid of this thing, and we will put our pop-up right here. And we have holes drilled on the bottom. And we like the pop-ups that have the hinge. They only lift that much, and there's no spring to break. So we like to use those. All right, let's go get the machine.
Good.
You do everything.
That looks center.
I think so.
Yep. We got to start putting soil down. This bed is actually going to, I think, come out to be 6 feet
So this part will be grass, that will be bed. We're gonna make a, you know, a little thumb here. Come back into this bed here. I marked out this bed, bringing in a lot. You don't need this big a bed over here, but it would be nice to have something there to slow down the water. So, all right, we'll get this done.
Half?
Yeah, plus, I don't know. Good. Coming together.
I'll load this and I'll come up. Okay, we have one more muck truck left. That's gonna go right here. Alright, so Tom is now slit seating. We have all the topsoil down. I don't know if you can see the green line that we have marked, but that will be for the new planting bed. So Tom is going around that on the outside, getting the seed on. Same thing with this. And see where the bed's gonna go, little rock wall, in and out. So once Tom seeds that, we're gonna put some straw down in the front, and on the side, we brought a straw mat. You get a lot of rain from this hill, and it goes down that way. So we put the mat down, and that will hold everything down in place until the seed comes up. right, the whole job is complete, but here we added a lot of topsoil and feathered it down. There is the pop-up to the drain that the paver people put in. So we moved that away from there and it's no longer sticking up out of the ground. So he already bought a hose so he can start watering. So if he can get his grass to grow, he should be able to stop any kind of erosion. But now everything goes downhill into the woods. So that's what that looks like. I'll take you around the front and show you everything out there. This looks so much open now without those large shrubs here. It looks so nice. So where the straw is, where's the grass? Dirt is the beds. Got all the downspouts going to the backyard. So that's awesome. And this is the grass area. Right here is a clean out that will just have a screw top on after once we put the landscape in. We got this downspout here. And again, that is the vent and also a clean out. Then we have this side. We did put this erosion mat here because even though the downspouts aren't going to go here, this is all downhill and he gets a good amount of water. So we thought that might help prevent it from eroding. This was the third downspout. And see, this is the vent. I don't know if I showed a close up. And all you have to do is unscrew this and pop this out. And you can run a hose through there, jetter, anything if you need it. But they do have the gutter guards, and that's where it ties into 6-inch. And that's the fourth downspout on this line. Got this all seeded and strawed. And that is where the 6-inch line comes out. Try to disguise it as much as possible so the homeowner doesn't have to see an ugly pipe. But that is a discharge for those 4 downspouts. So we're actually going to try to get back here once it rains. They're not calling for rain for at least 8 days, so hopefully we get some. So I'd really like to show you this in action. And there's the animal guard in there. But from their deck up here, they can't see that at all. So that's what it looks like to them. And their property line is right where the end of that fence is. All right, so it's raining. So that flows that way. Let's see if we have any water coming out. The rain's almost done. Hey, we do. Nice. All right. So there's our pop-up. And that's exactly how pop-ups work. So do you see the water coming out? I'm gonna put my umbrella down. Do you see the water coming out? It's coming out real slow. See how the water comes out? And it's coming out and going down that way. So that's what it does. Slowly lifts up. And this has 1 downspout on there, so it's not a lot of water. And see, it's coming out, it's going down, and then it's gonna find its way into the woods. This one they didn't want done. Oh, nice. So this one has 4 downspouts. So even though it's not raining hard, it has a lot more water coming out. So when it's really downpouring, it should be flowing. Let me get my light on there.
So that's how that one's coming out. You see that? The rain's almost stopped, so this is probably all we're gonna get. Going down, and then it just goes here, and then it will go right down to the woods, which it was pretty much doing anyway. All right, we just came back to check on the seed, see if we need any more, so Tom's gonna throw some down. Came in really nice. The nights have cooled off, so that's helped. The customer has been watering very nicely, and he's done an excellent job. So everything's looking fantastic. I'll go around this way so I don't walk on it too much. So right here didn't come in as good, so Tom put some seed down. But where the mat is, came out great. And then down here, all right, I'll show you this back corner. So this came out really nice. The grass is really thick. And we are going to change that downspout there and put a vent in there now for him. And they were so happy with this that they want us to add some soil over here and now put a pop-up for this downspout too. So we're going to be doing this downspout, adding a whole bunch of soil in here. So that's a look at the whole job. We'll be back at this house to do the landscaping and to do this pop-up form for that last downspout. And I want to thank you for watching. And if you live in Central Jersey, have standing water or mud in your yard, give us a call. Bye-bye.